This is some BS. Not only do my Mets suck.
Where?
I'm going to cry about it. Not
You
only
sports baby?
Not only are my Mets
Somebody
sucking,
rub some Vicks Vapor Rub on his little sports baby.
my feet
And some Desitin on his little booty rash. You little sports baby. You want a bib, you little sports
Let me
baby?
tell you something.
We have to fly on chartered planes. Where?
You going to burp up, little sports baby?
Sam, can you come burp me?
You going to burp and spew, little sports
Yeah, a
baby?
little nubby. What do they call it?
You got your
pacifier? Yeah, what do you got there, you little sports baby?
You little pooty, sports baby?
The 49ers. Get this. This is as unfair. This is bogus. Someone get Roger Goodell on the phone right now. John Lynch can't be happy. Kyle Shanahan must be losing his mind. He's getting grayer by the second, if that's possible. The 49ers have to travel 38,105 miles this year.
International miles.
All the games added up.
Plus, they have to update their passports, I'm sure. You know, if you're 6 months out, you got to update that bad boy?
Update your passports.
Update
not
it.
only that, I mean, I guess the positive is they get plenty of reward miles.
Yeah.
They're all platinum now, guys. But the 49ers, 38,000 miles in comparison to the lower tier teams like the Bucs, 12,000 miles, the Panthers, 8,000 miles, the Jets, 14,000 miles. They are traveling triple the amount,
More than
quadruple the
LeBron
amount.
James on the basketball court?
They're traveling at a rate that doesn't seem fair. I don't get it. How can you explain making this team, who's already practicing next to a facility that injures every player to begin with?
So let me get this right. 38,000 international miles versus like other teams traveling 8,000. That's a big difference. Rich isn't wrong there.
But do you understand
I
that?
just called him a sports baby so many times. Even in my head, I kept calling him a sports baby. But I think he's onto something, man. I just came back from...
Stop visualizing me in a bonnet and a diaper, please.
I'm picturing Rich in a bassinet with his big fat head. I just came back from Asia.
The,
I don't know if you knew that.
Like the head detective on
Yeah.
In Living Color with a little baby body.
Little baby body.
My head?
With a big, giant Davis head. Somebody AI that for
I'm
me.
sure Spot, our video guy's working on that right now.
Thank you. You can watch what you hear at Covino and Rich FSR. We're streaming live right now. In fact, I'm going to pull up the chat at Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. Join the fun. Get involved. The most interactive show on radio. In case you didn't know, we weren't here last week. I was in Asia. I went from Japan to Korea. I had never been to Korea. I'd been to Japan. I've already told this story. But that flight is 12-plus hours. I'm an international man of mystery myself, right?
You raw dogged the flight, too, right?
I can't tell you how brutal that is. You're thinking about life. You're thinking about things you shouldn't be thinking about. You're questioning your own mortality. You're tossing and turning. Your ass hurts. You're sitting next to fat people who you are making you uncomfortable.
And you start wondering, why didn't I upgrade?
Yeah, dude. I sat next to a sumo dude on my way there, and I'm wondering about the weight capacity. Like, it was terrible for 12 hours, right? Get this. On my flight back, I'm aching.
Like Clay?
No, not like clay aching. That'd be. I wasn't feeling like a weenie, but I was aching all over, dude. And I'm not some old guy. I'm not Mr.
You're Tom Brady, LeBron level.
Yeah. All right. I'll
You're
keep
grown.
it that.
You're grown.
All right. I was gonna say I'm not like some good body or anything,
You're Drew Brees.
I'm not.
You're Phillip Rivers.
I'm not ancient by any means.
You're Vince
Dude,
Carter at the
on
end.
my way back, it takes such a toll on your body. All this
Your
travel.
Bartolo cologne.
By the way, I've never seen this before.
He sort of has the physique of Bartolo Colon. Good one, Dan.
Look, if you've taken trips around the U.S., hey, cool, that's great, grand, wonderful. But all this international travel, 38,000 miles of it for your 49ers, on my way back, there was a woman sitting next to me. She was a little older than me, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 10, 15 years older than me. The pain in her ass or in her back must have been so severe. She did something that I've always thought about doing, but I never did. She got on her chair, and she got on her knees, and she sat staring at the people behind her with her ass out like this because she couldn't bear the pain anymore. So there's something to this.
Oh, I thought that was your invite to
Dude,
the Mile High Club.
No, I mean, I'm trying to reach over to the microphone here while I display. She was like this the whole time, like
Somebody's taking a
dude,
screenshot of this
I'm
on
like,
our
this
YouTube
poor
channel.
woman. And you know how much pain NFL players go through and deal with. Imagine all this travel. So I do believe Rich is onto something here, man, and that's why there's something called a home field advantage. Seems like you're taking a lot of that away.
Well, you know
from the
what?
49ers.
This is like, sometimes it must be tough to be a hot woman. Like, there's so many benefits, but there are times where it's like they're constantly harassed by dudes. And it's not all sunshine and rainbows, I'm guessing, if you're like a hot chick.
On the flip side, they get to travel and bring their families, and they're in the NFL getting paid. Look, I get that.
But there's pros and cons of
Right.
being hot. And the 49ers are a hot team in the NFL. Why do you think they get these games? They have a fan base that travels around the world.
They're definitely taking one for the league,
You could
man.
say thanks to Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and Steve Young and Ronnie Lott and the Niners that sort of paved the way. The dynasty of the 80s and 90s has now made it where international fans want to see the Niners, right? They have fans around the world. Because of that, 38,000 miles? Give me a freaking break. Danny G, I made notes. Why is this unfair? Number one, physical fatigue. As Covino described, long flights, less recovery for
You're the same guy who says that jet lag is not a real thing.
Now I believe in it.
Hey, when you're traveling internationally
How convenient.
and going through customs, and you gotta, sit there with your passport.
How do you think a guy like Christian McCaffrey, an aging star running back?
These guys are in Z-cliners on
Well, you know what?
top-level aircrafts, and they're getting their tootsies massaged while they sit on the flight.
Yeah, that is a great point. They're not traveling like us hobos here, right? I get that. You're making a good point there.
Sitting for hours, Covino,
38,000 versus like a mere 8,000 doesn't seem fair.
Sitting for hours like this could increase stiffness, soreness, and dehydration, which is not good for a guy like McCaffrey.
Absolutely not. Terrible for your muscles.
Stress from your body sitting in those positions on a plane.
And we're talking big dudes.
Over a 17-game, 18-week schedule will have major effects later in the year. How about this one? Number 2, jet lag and time zone crossing.
Oh, stop.
It's real.
It is real.
Disrupting sleep patterns. What about, all of a sudden, George Kittle's body clock's going to be off. He's going to be thinking it's morning, it's nighttime.
They better invest in some cool neck pillows. By the way, Danny G, I used the Yankee one you got me. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. Used that on my Korea trip.
And endurance could be off.
They might as well fire him into outer space.
Poor Nick Bosa is going to be like, man, my biorhythms are off.
They're going to have the bubble guts. You ever put your shoes on after a long flight? Your feet are all swollen. You can't even fit them in there.
I got to take my shoes off.
Yeah.
Poor Fred Warner recovering from a major injury has to worry about this now.
Yeah, his cleats are tight. Like, this is terrible, guys.
Cankles.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Oh, man, poor Fred Warner's cankles.
He's going to be like, my ears are popped. I got to clog. My ears are clogged. Oh, all the traveling.
Meanwhile, the Carolina Panthers have to take 2-hour flights at most throughout the whole season.
Ah, man.
You know what? The Jets have like a one West Coast road trip.
Love to roast you. In fact, I perfected it like Cat Williams to Kevin Hart. I actually agree with you, man. I do. I do believe that the 49ers
Major
are taking one
disadvantage
for the league, but it's not an advantage. It's an advantage for the league to have the 49ers out there representing the NFL to these international players. That's the overall goal. But why are we sacrificing the 49ers in turn? So I actually agree with Rich here. When you do the math and when you realize how different international travel is and how much toll it does take on your body. I just did it, dude. It was brutal.
Do you think that recovery treatments, film study, and conditioning is the same when you're sitting on 10-plus hour flights, short weeks?
Yeah, dude. Think about this. How many craneapple drinks can you have?
How many Biscoff cookies?
Biscoff cookies choking your players.